Blues. That is the music that pumps life into our souls, and Ben Levin is capturing that here in the tri-state and around the world. Allie Martin sat down with this inspiring 20-year-old, that's right, 20-year-old artist to learn about his sound and his upcoming album. Let's take a look.
The tune I wrote during lockdown is called Stuck.
What was your first memory of the piano?
That's a good question. I think when I was maybe 5 or 6, a family friend gave us an old upright piano, just like this one. And it was pretty beat up, honestly. It was pretty out of tune, but I started taking lessons and getting more and more interested. And then what really got me hooked was when I saw the movie Ray. And
what was it about that movie that?
The music, I don't remember how old I was, but I guess around that age, like 4 or 5. And I couldn't stay seated on the couch in the living room. Like I had to jump around to the music. And that's when I fell in love with piano.
Describe your sound.
I would say it's blues, jazz, a little soul, and you listen to it and you feel it inside, and especially when you play it and sing it, you feel it in your soul and your gut, and it makes you feel good.
You're 20 years old, and you've already accomplished a lot. What is that like?
Well, at first when I was playing gigs, it wasn't like I was there the whole night. Like, I didn't know that much music, so I sat in with my dad's band, and the first night I sat in might have been 30 minutes, and then a few months later that went to an hour, and then the owner said to him, "Aaron, after your son leaves, we lose half the audience. Can he stay a little bit longer?" You know, at first it was a little bit of a shtick having a young kid come in and play at the bar. But then I got to be more serious about it and started to develop into my own passion.
You have a new album coming out. Talk about the name behind that and just the process of writing and creating it.
Yeah, so, I mean, like everybody else, I was really down in March and April when we were stuck at home. It's tough times, and the only way I knew how to cope with it was to listen to music and try to write some songs to reflect my feelings. And I was driving in the car with my dad, and we just noticed every restaurant had a sign that said, you know, carry out or delivery or Grubhub or whatever. Yeah, and I thought, you know, there should be a song for that. And so that came up with the title track, and then we came up with some other tunes related to the times. I wrote this one called Stuck, just hanging out at the house all day, not leaving. And yeah, I think it reflects the way I felt during those, I don't know how long we were down, lockdown, a couple months. And I think people will be able to relate to it.
What do you want people to know beyond what you've just said about this album?
You play a 3-hour gig, you go up and you go down, and this CD, I feel like if someone sat and listened to it in one sitting, you'll experience a lot of different emotions, and because I certainly did when I was playing it and writing those songs. And so I think it could be a release for people like it is for myself.
I'm stuck, so stuck.
And I'm feeling it, baby. I feel stuck too. Allie's here with us now.
That was stuck in my head for the longest time, all day after that shoot.
Well, you know, I listened to him. It's just an interesting, fascinating story. He said he's been all over with his music career. So what qualifies as all over?
I know, it's crazy.
remember, he's 20 years old, but starting around the age of 17 or so, he started to play in a lot of blues festivals from France to the Netherlands, Amsterdam, London, and he's played across,
Wow.
here in the US as well. But he's had the opportunity to do some really big blues festivals. I thought that was incredible because he's only 20.
I know. Allie, I was thinking what I was doing when I was 20. I think I was in college listening to my parents say, if you don't get your grades up, you're coming home. So
The funny, I mean,
so how can
he is still in college. He's actually going to school for history. He really wants to get a well-rounded education, which is fantastic because he's traveling a lot, and it's cool. So his family is the guitar player. His brother also does backup vocals, carry out, and then his mom is this travel manager. So they're kind of all working together as a family, and it's a big picture. And this new album is a great opportunity for him to kind of get out there and create music. And so I highly recommend Carry Out or Delivery, checking that out. I was hoping to be able to play a little bit of Carry Out or Delivery song in the piece, but you're going to just have to check it out on your own. And he also does shows around town. This Friday he's playing at the Grand View Tavern in Fort Mitchell. And he plays a lot of Pearl River and Arnold, Top of Helps. So just check him out on benlevin.com.